Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Syahra Citra Mawarni. You can call me Mawar. I'm a student in PGRI Madiun University. It's good to be here with all of you. The title of my presentation is Enjoy for watching. What is the human speech organ in linguistics? In linguistics, particularly in the field of phonetics and phonology, speech organ refer to the parts of the human body involved in the production of speech sound. Understanding this organ is essential for analyzing how sounds are produced, articulated, and categorized in spoken language. Let's move on to definition of speech organs. Speech organs are the anatomical structures that play a role in producing sounds. They are classified into two categories. For the first is active articulators. Movable organs that make contact with passive ones. For example, is tongue and lower lip. For the second is passive articulators. Five are immobile parts that act as point of contact. For example, is upper lip and heart plate. Let's now look at the classification of speech organs. Speech organs can be classified according to their position in the vocal tract. First point is organs in the respiratory system. Firstly is lungs, the source of air used for sound production. Secondly is diaphragm, a muscle that helps regulate air pressure during breathing in speech. Thirdly is trachea, or windpipe, the passage that connects the lungs to the larynx. Second point is organs in the pharynx and larynx. Firstly is larynx, or voice box, contains the vocal cords that produce voice sounds through vibration. Secondly is vocal cords or vocal folds. Vibrate the produced voice sounds or stay open for voiceless sounds. Thirdly is pharynx, the cavity above the larynx that serves as a resonating chamber. Third point is oral and nasal cavities. Point A is oral. Firstly is tongue, the most flexible and important articulator divided into teeth, blade, front, back, and root. Secondly is teeth, serve as passive articulators for sounds like T or D. Thirdly is hard palate, the bony front part of the roof of the mouth. For the next is soft palate or velum. The soft back portion controls the airflow into the nasal cavity. For the next is uvula, the small fleshy extension at the back of the velum used in uvular sounds in some language. For the next is lips. Upper lip is passive and lower lip is active. Point B is nasal cavities, involved in the production of nasal sounds. For example is M or N, when the soft palate lowers to allow airflow through the nose. Let me now turn to function of the speech organs. Number 1 is lungs, provide airflow or energy for sound production. Number 2 is vocal cords, produce voiced or voiceless sounds. Number 3 is tongue, determines the place and manner of articulation. Number 4 is lips, help form consonants and rounded vowels. Number 5 is velum, direct airflow into the mouth or nose. Number 6 is hard palate, contact surface for certain sounds. Number 7 is teeth, contact point for dental sounds. For the last is nasal cavity, resonance chamber for nasal sounds. Let's move on to stages of speech production. Firstly is air-stem process. Airflow usually comes from the lungs, pulmonic aggressive mechanism. Secondly is phonation process. Sound is produced in the larynx via vibration of the vocal cords. Thirdly is articulation process. Airflow is modified in the vocal tract by various speech organs to produce different sounds. Speech organs play a vital role in the production of language. A solid understanding of these organs and how they function helps linguists analyze and describe the physical process behind the sounds of human speech. Thank you for your attention, and I hope this presentation has been informative and valuable for all of you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.